It's the end of road for Vivian, guys, and I am so happy. Coming back from exam, I could not just wait to watch this episode and then come here to give you analysis of what I feel. Like, guys, are you happy with this episode? For those that have been complaining that they are tired, a lot of people got tired with the last episode because they expected that everything should have started happening already. Vivian, in one way or the other, would have started, getting exposed with her game. Well, guys, it's over for Vivian at this point, because if Nick has ended up confiding his ordeal and past relationship with Vivian, and then based on what Uncle told Ben why he was taking him to the garage, I mean, putting two and two together, we already know that is the end of the road for Vivian. So amazing, fam, and my besties, I am sure you all love how today's episode played out. Uncle, if you watched my last video, I was lamenting that why will Uncle leave, the house now? Considering the fact that it was only Uncle who was intentional about uncovering a lot about Vivian. Well, I am happy that Uncle did the last job before leaving the house, because guys, a lot of people were already tired with the fact that there was a lot of back and forth in this, series, that they were like, are you sure this series is ending anytime soon? I also got some comments in the comment section, people saying that they are already tired with the whole thing, they are not going to watch again. But I'm sure anybody that watched today's episode will be happy with the outcome. The fact that there is a headway in uncovering everything about Vivian is a plus, and the best decision the production team took in this particular episode. So while Uncle was on his way to the garage to board a bus or cab down to the village, he had this discussion with Ben, and Uncle was telling Ben that Ben should be very observant, especially in matters relating to Vivian and Nick. Even though it sounded so funny to Ben, he also promised Uncle that he was going to take his time to observe, but then played everything that this could actually be a coincidence or something. But Uncle said, just be careful and do what I asked you to do. And guys, just like Uncle said it did not even take Ben anything to get the real gist, because while Ben was coming from the garage where he went to drop Uncle, Vivian was entering the hotel that Nick lodged. And guys, when Ben cited Vivian entering that hotel, at a point he said it was a coincidence, but on a second thought, he had to put two and two together and did not bother to trace them forward. He actually went home. Now guys, he got home and Vivian was not back already. Rather, Vivian was not back, and when Vivian got back, Ben was like asking Vivian, where are you coming from? And the usual Vivian with her mouth, oh, I don't owe you any explanation. Even the man that is married to me doesn't ask me to stupid question and all the rest of them. The usual way she will always nag her way through things. So guys, Ben was not having it through this time. He was like, what relationship do you have with Nick? And Vivian was so surprised, but she was quick to cover up, because we all know that Vivian is a big crook. So she told Ben that she didn't know what Ben was talking about. She has no relationship or know anybody that is called Nick and all that. Play. She covered everything up. But then we all know that considering the information that Ben has already gotten from Uncle, and the fact that everything played out almost immediately after Uncle told him what, immediately Uncle asked him to do the investigation that he asked him to do. So Ben was like, he's going to get to the root of it, and he actually went to confront Nick. Do you think it was right for Ben to have confronted Nick? What do you think at this point that Vivian will do, considering the fact that somehow he's beginning to know that his game is up? And her suspicion could be that, could it be that Nick has told Ben, their relationship or what is happening on between them? And at this point, I feel like Vivian will be confused, because she will not even know how Ben got to know the relationship between them. She will be suspecting that it's possible that Nick has already exposed their relationship. Nick and Ben are going to have a discussion regarding Vivian. Remember the last time where Nick advised, Ben on how to handle Vivian and all those stuff. So they're actually going to have a real discussion at this point, and I'm very sure that Nick is going to tell, Ben the truth, because if he had wanted to cover up, I'm very sure if Nick had said, I don't know what you're talking about, and then considering the fact that Vivian also said the same thing, I'm very sure that they would have thrown Ben into confusion. But the fact that Nick was ready to talk about the whole thing and ready to discuss it with Ben shows that he's going to tell him nothing but the truth. Now I am so happy for Nick indirectly, because Vivian is already making plans of how to end Nick's life, and considering the dream he had, Nick already has this instinct in him that Vivian can strike at any time, because like I said, Nick is not underrating Vivian. He knows that Vivian is a very smart person. And for you to be able to deal with somebody like Vivian, you have to act smartly. So him even confiding in Ben and telling Ben everything, will actually reduce Vivian's thought of taking his life. And the fact that Vivian is in a confused state right now, taking Nick's life is the list of the things she will be planning to do, because she has to set her tracks right. She has to meet her mother now for discussion. She has to tell her mother the latest development right now. And going as far as taking Nick's life now will actually spoil their game big time. So I don't think Vivian will be considering taking Nick's life at this point. But guys, what do you think? Do you think that Nick is going to tell Ben the whole truth, or he's going to hide some things from Ben? I feel like he's going to tell Ben the whole truth at this point, because he has got no choice. Ben already know the game, and for Ben to ask him his relationship with Vivian, he might also be thinking that it's possible that Vivian has exposed their relationship to Ben, or Ben has been able to track whatever that is going on between the two of them. Guys, what do you think? Do you think he's going to say the truth? Do you think that Vivian will go as far as considering to taking Nick's life at this stage, owing to the fact that she somehow knows that her game is up? Guys, what do you think? As always, I like hearing your opinions and suggestions in the comment section. Please drop your opinion of what you think. Is Nick going to say the truth? Is Vivian going to still attempt taking Nick's life, owing to the fact that her game is somehow exposed? And what action do you think that Ben would take? Will he help Nick in recovering his money back? What is actually going to happen to this friendship? As always, guys, if you're seeing my page for the first time, whether Facebook page or TikTok page, please do consider following my page. And if you're watching from my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all in my next video. I am so happy. What about you? See you all. Bye bye, guys.